Just like to offer a big shout out to Touchdown Digital, the sponsor of this week's video. Well, good morning everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Glenn Selman and you're watching Sniper Photography. So good to have you here today. Recently I was on the lookout, or I was doing research on a new camera that I wanted to use specifically for my outdoor YouTube videos. I was using the Canon 200D, which I'm actually filming on now, but the Canon 200D is a terrific camera all round, really, being a crop sensor camera, but it's also a good video camera. It was probably one of Canon's best, to be quite honest. But the problem is with the Canon 200D, it's a big APS-C camera, and the gear that I lug around is heavy in full frame equipment, and the last thing I really wanted to do was keep on taking the Canon 200D, as I said, which I'm using now to film this video, outside. So I've made the decision to keep the 200D for my inside YouTube videos like here today, but I needed to have something that I could use to film my vlogs or my outdoor videos for sniper photography, specifically for outdoors. And I wanted something that was light and easy to use. Now, I have a GoPro, which sometimes I do use, maybe for B-roll and things like that, because you can place a GoPro anywhere. And then I tried using, well, I did use the 200D outside. As I said, I've just got too big, too cumbersome. And then I switched over to, for outside videos, a Canon M3, which is a mirrorless camera. And I'm not really a fan of it. I'm thinking about selling it. It doesn't have a flip out screen, it has a flip up screen, which made it very difficult to attach a microphone. And there was certain ways around it, which I did. I had a flash bracket and things, and that just meant more equipment, more weight. So I decided, well, I'm not really happy with the mirrorless camera for my outdoor YouTube videos. So what do I buy? Now, me being me, I always say you don't really need a new camera for any of your photography or even for your video photography. I could have used my phone if I wanted to for outside videos, but I wanted something small and light which I could probably use as a backup camera or something like that, or if I'm traveling with my wife overseas or whatever we're doing at the time, I can take something small with me. And after about probably 8 weeks of solid research and investigating on the web and then on YouTube and so forth, I came across this, a Canon EOS 200D. Now I remember when this camera was first released in 2017, and that's when I brought the Canon EOS M3 mirrorless. Mistake, I should have brought this little bottler here. The 200D, I have used it, and it's an outstanding camera to use. It's 24.6 megapixels out of this little body. It's got a flip out screen, right, which is fantastic. It has great auto focusing. It has a CMOS sensor like the Canon 200D, and the focusing is absolutely superb, like the Canon 200D I'm using here. And I make that up to a really inexpensive lens, which the one I'm using now is the Canon 10-18 APS-C camera lens. And it's pretty sharp, as you can see in this video, and I'll match that lens with this little bottler here. It really is a camera entry-level digital SLR. At the time in 2017, this was Canon's smallest digital SLR. Look at the size of it. That's insane. Now, I was looking at the second-hand market because you can buy these new off Amazon, but I didn't want to spend anything. I didn't want to buy anything new just for outdoor videos. So I hunted around, and the 200D was available second-hand. Now, this is where it gets very interesting. I looked at Facebook Marketplace and other avenues, and people were wanting between $450 to $800, which was quite ridiculous, really. I mean, the camera was $1,000 brand new then. So I was looking at 50% off. That puts it around about $500, maybe $450 if I'm lucky. And I thought, no, there's got to be somewhere else that I could find this camera for under $400. So I set myself a challenge and I started looking, and I looked everywhere. And then all of a sudden on my computer here popped up a store called CEX. And that is like for people in Australia who know cash converters, it's a modern day cash converters. They're not selling lawnmowers and push bikes and fish tanks. They're selling electrical equipment such as phones, computers, and cameras. And I jumped on their website. I went to the local site, area, and I clicked on that site, and there wasn't one very far from here, probably a 15-minute drive, and they had this camera, and I wanted body only, and they had it. They had this 200D body only. That's the camera I wanted for my new outdoor YouTube videos. $320. $320 I paid, but the best part comes in a moment. I get a 5-year warranty on it. Now, I brought this thing without even trying it. I could tell, and this is a hint if you're buying second-hand cameras, look at the condition of it. This thing is like it's just come out of the box. There's not a mark on it, not even a mark on the tripod socket, nothing. Absolutely fantastic. It's just got a great grip, and it's so small. So I didn't know how many photos it had taken or what was the shutter count. So I said, look, it looks great on the outside. I will buy it. And I paid $320 for it. I took it home and I plugged it into my computer to do a shutter count. And I'll show you the shutter count now. And here it is. 1% of shutter count. 1% of shutter use, and 600, and I think it's 645 or 650 images taken. That's nothing. The camera is brand new. Seriously, it is just phenomenal. Not even a mark on the screen. Not even a mark on the top. Incredible thing, and it's so light. And I can actually vlog with this like that with a GorillaPod because it's so light. So that's the camera I purchased. So it just goes to show that if you do your homework, you can find good bargains out there. Now, someone has really done their money on this camera, and it was sold to a second-hand dealer. And I was amazed when I first saw it, because there was just not a mark on this camera. And I said straight, I'll buy it. As soon as I seen it and he showed me, I said, I'll buy it. $320, there you go, take it. And then I brought it home, as I said, and I plugged it into my computer thinking, it's probably done probably got a high shutter count, or it's taken a lot of images, about 645, I think you'll see there, 650, and 1% of shutter wear. It's like almost like a demonstrator model, to be quite honest. So I'm over the moon with this. I really am over the moon, and I've played around with it. And it's as good as the 80D, especially in video wise. Sure, the 80D here that I'm using now has got a lot more features for video and photography. But this camera here, it's very basic settings on the back. In actual fact, it's designed for someone that's just going from a mobile phone or a cell phone to a camera, to a digital SLR. That's why Canon brought it out. But for video, and that's probably all I'm going to use it for, is just so good, so good. I might actually put my macro lens on it and just see how that goes, because the screen, it's a touch screen at the back. It's got everything that a videographer or a vlogger or a YouTube person needs. And the thing is so small. Look at it. There's my hand over it. It's insane. It's about, when I put it next to my 80D, oh, the 80D is a big brother. There's no doubt about it. So once again, it just goes to show you don't need to go out and spend thousands and thousands of dollars just to film a YouTube video. Use the camera you've got, or use something like that. I mean, and you can still buy them. But as I said, with all second-hand cameras, you've got to do your homework and have a good look around. And, you know, there are bargains out there. And this, as I said, this camera is pristine. It's like it's just come out of the box. It's like a demonstrator model, really. It's been in a shop and people have been doing this. But whoever sold it, they lost a bit of money, unfortunately. But yeah, the shop that I brought it from, CX, I'll put a link there. I'll put a link at the bottom of this video for this business. It's nice looking shops actually, and the staff are outstanding. Great shops. They're all over Australia, CX. And they had other cameras there as well. And what they do, they grade them from A to, I think, A to C. This was rated A, which caught my attention. And yeah, look, so far, so good. Not a problem. That'll do me for my outdoor videos here at Sniper Photography on YouTube. So let me know what you think about that. It's all about lightness for me now. I'll continue to use my digital SLRs as I like how big and strong they are. And they're just robust cameras, and I really don't, mother my gear. I work them pretty hard, and that's why I've stayed with Canon. Their bodies are pretty darn good. But when it comes to hauling video cameras and video gear out on site, when I'm doing outdoor landscape photography vlogs for this channel here at YouTube, I really needed something smaller, and I wasn't happy with the Canon mirrorless camera. Probably the only Canon camera I've ever been disappointed with. And that's why I chose the Canon 200D, first released in 2017. And I got it for $320 with 1%. That's 1% shutter wear and about 650 images taken, which is basically nothing. So that's it for another episode of Sniper Photography. Tell me what you think. Put your comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Yeah, look, once I get a bit of time, I'll go out with this camera and really give it a test out there shooting landscapes for this channel. So thank you for watching this. As I said, put your comments down below. Let me know what you think, and I'll certainly get back to you. So until then, as I always say, my name is Glenn Samuel, and you're watching Sniper Photography. So please be kind to everyone, specifically yourself.